a high level of competition and competitive nature that super excited for those guys. They play hard. They play their heart out. And like I tell them, is at the end of the night when you do that, you can look yourself in the mirror and you can be proud at whatever. You're not always going to win, and you're not always going to have winning streaks and those things. But the one thing that you can control is how you go out and how you attack. And I thought that they continued down the path of my expectations.
Coach Christie, that first quarter in that lineup, how do you feel about, getting that type of start? Because that's been something in the past that, not exactly the play or anything like that, but it seemed like it's improving each game.
Just trying to get them to be aggressive, trust each other, and play for each other. When I look down at the stat sheet and I see 31 assists, I'm smiling. When I see 40-plus threes taken, I'm smiling. And most of those are going to be where we get in the paint, play off 2 feet under control, spray the ball out. You got it, shoot it. If you don't, give it one more drive, kick it, and continue on doing that. And those type of things, it's contagious. Everyone's touching the ball. Everyone feels good about themselves, then we go to the other end and help each other the same way.
34 points off turnovers tonight. Just what do you think of your guys' ball pressure and being able to score on the other end there?
Yeah, it's tough. That's not going to obviously happen every night, especially against great players like Steph. It's not. But that type of commitment, and that's why I told him, commitment to a game plan it says everything about them. It just has nothing to do with what I do. You guys committed to it. You guys held each other accountable. You guys fought for each other. You multiple effort for each other. And that's all you can ask. Will you always get this result? No. I think that's not it. But the result that you will get is continued effort, continue down the path of us to establish our identity.
Then Devin also talked about denying Steph Curry. He and Keon sort of shared that responsibility. Just what do you think of their impact tonight doing that?
I thought both of them were so tired that one of them asked to come out. I'm not going to say which one of them it was, and that's the type of effort that you want. Steph is an absolute monster. He's been that in this league. He's one of the greatest that's ever done it. So you're not going to stop him, and that's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to make it as difficult as humanly possible. And I thought both of those guys tried as hard as they possibly could. And then on the backside, everybody is helping. Everybody's in gaps and just trying to limit his touches and his threes. They did a really solid job.
Coach, with De'Aaron out and the way Malik stepped up, how big was that?
I'm so proud of that kid, man. Like, we've had, before I sitting in this seat, we've had multiple conversations just about everything. And I've always told him, like, believe in yourself. I believe in you. You are a tremendous, fantastic player. And play through your mistakes. You're going to make them. This is a game of mistakes. Who makes the least amount of mistakes usually wins the ball game. And he just is about as free as I've ever seen him, and we'll live with some of the things that he does, and his greatness will continue to shine because the kid is great.
Doug, two questions if I can. One, just the energy that we've seen these last few games from these guys, it seems to be noticeably different. What's your sense of what's happening there?
I think that they're playing for each other. I'm trying to get them to understand that, like, that's the way basketball should be played in my mind. It's not like golf and tennis. It's different. Those are sports. They're individual sports. You got a support staff around you, obviously, but this is a team sport. And in team sport, you got teams that play one-man basketball, two-man basketball. I'm looking for five-man basketball, and that's a really high level. This is what this fantastic fan base and team has done for many years that led them to championships. It's all of them playing, balls moving, guys are cutting. I'm cutting for my teammate. I'm moving the ball, I'm sharing the ball, I'm rebounding, I'm all those things. And I think there's a joy in that, and I think that's a little bit of what you're recognizing.
Okay, and then that sequence where Keon took the shot in the back and went down, and then you stepped out on the floor, it looked like maybe there were some words exchanged. Can you just tell us what was going on there?
I mean, I'm just always protecting my player. That's really all it is. I have the utmost respect for every single player over there. I know from playing in this league what they go through and watching them reach the highest levels. So it's nothing but love. The competitive nature of the game is the competitive nature, and I think that you respect that. I respect how hard they play. I respect how they get after it. But one thing, make no mistake about it, is I'm going to defend my guys because they deserve that. They play hard, and I'm going to be right there for them.
Doug, you have Miami obviously tomorrow, and then go on the road for Boston. What are you doing to prepare for Boston? Obviously, you have Miami before them, but these two teams coming up. What's kind of the message and the preparation for those?
Man, you realize I just got this job, right? Yeah, man, I ain't thought that far ahead. I hadn't got past today. I do know that we got Miami tomorrow. I do know that. And I played against Eric in college. He was a heck of a player, and now as a coach, he's about as good as it gets. So I know one thing: they play extremely hard, and they will be prepared. And that's what I expect. We're going to play extremely hard, and we will be prepared.